Coming up on the GenGAMEcast, we talk about the games of the year, SOPA and what we really don't like about it, and Star Wars The Old Republic with special guest Benny Gerard, and much, much more coming up on the GenGAMEcast. Stay tuned. You're really not going to want to miss this. Hey, and welcome to the GenGAMEcast for Tuesday, December 20th, 2011. It is episode 18, and we are back again for the show that discusses the week in gaming, according to us. I'm Trevor, and today joining me on the GenGAMEcast is...
George Picard.
Brad Vanderhoff.
And joining us remotely via Skype, who just left his chair, oh no, it's Benny Gerard. He's been like in and out. He's like, oh no, wait, hang on, no. And there he is, Benny Gerard.
His mic broke.
I think his mic broke.
It did. I just got it.
Oh no, that's terrible timing. But this is the week in gaming according to us, and we'll go ahead and jump right into this, folks, with what are you playing? Brad, we're gonna go backwards.
Okay, cool. Reverse order.
Yeah, gotta keep you on your toes, right?
Civilization 5, Terraria, and Brawl, pretty much, and Netflix.
And Netflix, of course.
Netflix on the Wii.
They are not a sponsor of this show.
No, they are not. But I've been playing it on the Wii.
Yeah, George, what have you been doing?
I mean, people can guess. I've been playing League of Legends.
More League?
Skyward Sword. I finally got to start it because I came home. I mean, you got your modded Warfare 3, you know.
Yeah, of course, no doubt. Modded Warfare 3 is where
picked up my Gunner gaming glasses, so I've been playing that.
You use those?
I used them while playing, and it helps. I don't know why. It just does. Oh god, that hurt my head a little bit.
And I think Benny's back.
Yeah.
We get a confirmation from Benny that he's back.
Are you back? Okay.
All right, Benny's back. What have you been playing this week, Benny?
Now I can't hear any of you.
Oh.
Oh, wait, there you go.
What have you been playing this week, Benny?
I've been playing Cave Story, actually.
Interesting. Huh?
I haven't finished it yet. I've been, like, at it a little bit over and over. Close to the end, got to the final boss fight, and I realized there's, like, 3 phases, so I'm like, ew.
It's like the Castle Crashers ending. It's like, oh, yeah, I did it. Oh, no, never mind.
It was so annoying, but it was so worthwhile. I beat that game with Ed.
That game is so much fun. I really want to play that game again.
We should totally stream it one day.
Yeah, so now it's up to my list of impressive games. I think I've broken a record this week. I've been playing a bunch of games.
One moment, I just gotta fix this because it was always getting items and stuff I didn't want to.
And so basically, let's start from the top here. Skyward Sword, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary Edition, Need for Speed The Run, Modern Warfare 3, bit of Minecraft in the middle there. So I had a pretty good mix this week.
Nice not having finals anymore.
Yeah, it's nice to not have finals.
Yeah, I've been playing Pokemon too, if that's any consolation.
Well, that's good. Pokemon is always good.
Soul Silver, Nuzlocking.
Are you really Nuzlocking it again?
Yeah, I'm Nuzlocking that, and I'm only halfway through the game. I have 8 of the 16 badges. Oh.
Yeah, don't worry about the screen behind me because it's gonna go out a couple times.
It just does that.
It just does that. It's just like our E3 coverage. It's all over the place. So let's go ahead and jump into our first topic on the list today on the rundown. This is the reason why we brought Mr. Benny Gerard on today. It's to talk about the new MMO on the block, Star Wars The Old Republic.
Lots of fun. Lots of fun. I gotta say, I unfortunately haven't had a chance to play the official release game. I extensively played the beta for many, many hours on end. This game, 2 words basically describe it. Story-driven. You're going to hear that a lot everywhere you go. Story-driven. It's the only way you can describe it, because basically anything you do in the game, it revolves around the story, whether it's making decisions on what quests you take and how you achieve those quests, whether you're in a flashpoint and what decisions you make in there. It all relates to the story somehow, and it's very, very in-depth. And story-driven. That's all I gotta say.
So what we're saying, BioWare may have actually made a successful MMO?
I don't know if that's possible.
Everyone's got skepticism, so I'm one of those people. I just wanted to know.
Well, if Kevin was in here, he would definitely have his skepticisms.
BioWare makes good single players. I haven't seen them conquer this before, except with Baldur's Gate. It wasn't really MMO, though.
Well, I have to say, a lot of times people talk about some new MMO being the quote-unquote WoW killer, and I can't get on board with that yet. But I say it has potential. I'd have to look at their first couple months and see how they do money-wise, because everyone knows they spent over $100 million into this project.
This game had probably the biggest MMO budget to date, besides like World of Warcraft.
Yes, I will agree
maybe it
with
is
that.
bigger.
World of Warcraft entire combined budget of all the expansions, the original game, might be the top. I don't know the exact numbers, but other than that, the first official release game, no expansions or anything. Yes, this is the biggest.
So in terms of the components in the game, you could either go dark side, light side. What are the choices and what are the implications of those choices in terms of gameplay?
Well, light side, dark side is a very unique aspect. It's kind of one of the key defining things about the Old Republic, and I'll explain it real quick. With you look at flashpoints, and I remember my first flashpoint I played was the SLEs or something like that. It was this big ship. You're on a cruise to Coruscant, but it's attacked, and there's choices in it that affect the flashpoint that are light side and dark side. The group I was in when I first did it, they all chose this dark side option. I chose the light one. I got light side points. But the rest of the mission revolved around this dark side theme, which is very, very interesting, and it got you a little bit more engaged, and you started to see the consequences of your actions. And throughout the game, you'll be making similar light side and dark side decisions, whether it's choices in dialogue or what quests you want to complete and accept, even to the kind of their very unique crafting system, which is it's not very hands-on. You let all of your little companions do the work for you. But some of those crafting quests will earn you light side or dark side points, whichever one you want to favor to. And light side and dark side, the big thing about them is it's not targeted specifically to the light side or towards Republic or Empire. If you're dark side, you're Empire. No. There's light side and dark side to both Republic and Empire, which is kind of confusing to some.
So a Fable-esque aspect? Is that what you're saying?
Almost. I mean, the main reason you want to do it is basically for the kind of gear you get to wear. If you specialize more dark side, especially if you're a Jedi, you get to whip out that big-ass red lightsaber that everyone wants to use. And it's just very, very unique to see those kind of things implemented. And there's other kinds of gear, which is like, oh, that's a really nice piece of gear, but it's only for dark side Jedi. I can't wear that. So you start to see these little things in game that get modified based on your light side and dark side decisions, which is really, really cool.
Well, sounds very interesting. Now, what's the pricing scheme with the Old Republic? Is it going heads up against WoW, or what is the?
It has a similar price range to WoW. I mean, the basic game, $49.99. It's any PC game is almost the same price unless you get on Steam. It's usually cheaper after a few weeks or so. But it comes with a month free. You get to play for free for a month after you purchase the game. Each month after that, same price scheme as WoW. It's $14.99 a month. You can pay for 3 months in advance. It'll be $13.99 or $41.97 for 3 months. Or the 6-month package, which is like $67 or $77, which is like $13 a month.
So they're not winning any points there in terms of trying to save gamers money.
Oh yeah, I think WoW is a little bit cheaper, but it's a matter of cents. So it's not very distinct.
A matter of sense.
Yeah, because WoW's 6-month package may be like $12.50 instead of $13.
They're basically even, yeah. Now I guess we get into the portion of, is it worth it?
Yeah, that is the real question.
That's the question every gamer's going to ask before they drop $100+ a year to play a game.
Well, I mean, what you're looking at, though, it's also still in like its early stages. It's got no patches now, so it's raw. I mean,
pure, unadulterated MMO.
Yeah, I mean, well, how did WoW look when it first launched, though? I mean, it must have been,
I don't even remember.
It still must have been shoddy.
I don't even remember what it looked like.
We were not old enough, honestly.
Yeah, the game has been around for the longest time.
Yeah.
That's how you know you're old, when you like, I played WoW back in when it first came out.
Yeah.
That's how you show you're a veteran.
I never touched WoW, and I haven't touched it, and I will never touch it.
Well, I will stay away from the World of Warcraft.
But this might end up killing me.
I mean, if Star Wars: The Old Republic is anything like I dare I say it, DC Universe Online, when I first
God.
bought it and felt so ripped off that I spent all of that money on something that really...
You
then it
were
went free to
so
play.
stoked to get into DC Universe
I was
Online.
so excited.
And then
Yes, I
they
got to
just
make my own
dumped
superhero or
all
supervillain,
over
and that was just terrible. It was
I
terrible.
gotta say this. Don't feel bad if you put in all $50 or even more, $65 or $80, and depending on how long you play. There's so much in this game. There's so much included. It's very, very densely filled.
Mhm.
And you can play. I mean, some people will give it criticism saying it's more of a single player MMO, and
yeah,
it's really
I saw a lot of articles online saying like this is an MMO that's single player driven.
Well, think of it this way though. Sometimes when a lot of people play MMOs, I've played a lot of MMOs before, and I've had to like do a lot of single player grinding before. If a game can pan out that I can do either one of them and I can still enjoy the game, I mean, why not then? The one thing you mentioned is it's densely filled, but is it so filled though that it would dizzy any player that tries to play it, or did they like kind of ease you up the scale a little bit? Because if there's so much, it would just make any person's head whirl.
Yeah, that is crucial.
I could probably answer this. I'd say yes and no. For any veteran MMO player, we'll get into this game very easily. They'll see the list of abilities and be like, okay, this is similar to this in WoW, and you'll see the skill tree. Every MMO has one in some form or another, and but there's also some other features like, well, that doesn't have that. That's not here in WoW, and you gotta kind of like learn those mechanics as you go. But they space them out in such a way where it's not overwhelming.
Okay, that's good. At least it has some sort of like, it's got a learning curve. It's not just like tutorial, now everything else.
Yes and no. I mean, I think they spaced things out very well. I only got to like level 20, and I didn't get to purchase my mount before the beta ended.
What is
I was playing all the different classes, but the way they have things spaced out, you really don't get your own personal companion until you get past level 10.
What's the level cap?
The level cap is 60, I believe.
Okay, cool. So
Like,
like
don't
WoW when it
quote
came
me on
out.
it. I could be
Okay.
wrong. It happens.
don't quote him on it, folks.
But yeah, the first 10 levels and I'm going to talk about advanced classes a little bit. Basically, you have 4 main classes to choose from, and it's the first 10 levels for that class. And they basically spend that time getting you into the story, introducing you to what's going on in the world of Star Wars. The whole galaxy. They tell you kind of what's going on. They start with the planet you're on, then they expand it gradually.
There are no pandas, right?
Oh god, I just remembered that the new patch.
Anyways,
I don't even play WoW, and that like made me cringe. I'm like, why?
Yeah, it's just
pandas
I
and
don't know.
Pokemon.
Okay.
All right, that's all I'm gonna say on that. But yeah, the first 10 levels is very crucial because you don't even get access to the skill tree because that's part of advanced classes. When you get to level 10, you pick between 2 classes from the main class you have. And each of those 2 classes will have its own unique skill trees and a shared third tree. I can go into that, but you'll get it if you play it. But yeah, the first 10 levels, they'll introduce you all the things, the beginnings of questing and how to progress through the storyline. And I guess the hard part people are going to have is the storyline thing, because there's your class storyline and then there's the general storyline, which is basically your side quests. As you play through the game and get to the level cap, you're going to be playing majority as your class quests. But then there comes to a point where you can choose, what planet you'll attend next. You can stay at one until the very end, or you can skip halfway in and go to a different planet and try that storyline. But they do a very nice job in spacing these things out. As every couple levels, you'll introduce some new mechanic you have to learn, and by the time you get done with that one, you'll have another new mechanic you get to learn.
That's good.
Well, it's good. They're giving you plenty of meat to chew on, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. One thing I did get overwhelmed with was their crafting system, because you really don't do a lot of the crafting or stuff yourself. You send your companions out to do it.
Right, you were saying that before.
And but one thing I think people had problems with was in the beta is a real money sink. Because everything in the game was it's crafting or the space combat, it required credits. And if you do that all the time, it's going to eat up all your credits. You're not going to have money to learn new skills or purchase new gear should you need it.
Well, if you could wrap up the Old Republic in a sentence for people who are looking to get into this, in terms of a buy or a pass, what would you say? If you had to wrap it up in one sentence.
If you buy the Old Republic looking for Knights of the Old Republic, you might be disappointed. But if you understand that it's an MMO and meant to be played over a long period of time, you're really going to enjoy it. So it's definitely, for an MMO player, or even some people who haven't played an MMO before, it's definitely a buy. At least try it out for a few months.
All right. Well, thank you very much, Benny, for joining us on the cast tonight, giving us a great walkthrough of the Star Wars Old Republic.
Really
do you have any
in-depth.
articles coming up on that, Benny, or are you
I will be trying to get a couple of them up over the holiday break.
All right, so stay
look forward to that.
posted to the site, and you'll probably see some articles on the Old Republic. Thank you so much, Benny. We got to let you go. So take it
Thanks for
easy.
having me on.
No problem, Benny. Take it easy. Moving on to our next story on the list here, we've got some new 3DS stuff from Nintendo. Nintendo gave gamers a very early Christmas gift, especially if they were purchasers of the 3DS before they dropped the price. Now you have 20 free games to play, which is nice.
It's
Right.
very nice.
You got in on that, George? You got some of those games?
Minish Cap, awesome.
Yeah,
Fire Emblem.
I just got I got my 3DS right here. I was actually playing Minish Cap before.
Nice.
Oh no, they're just giving away these games. Wait, they're just giving these games away for free?
If you bought 3DS,
This is the dirt portion of,
This is the Derp portion of the Gen Gamecast, brought to you by Derp.
aka Brad.
All right, so basically, Brad, Nintendo felt sorry for all those early 3DS buyers. That would be
Well, I didn't even buy
raise
a
your hand if
3DS.
you bought a 3DS for $249.
Nope.
Raise your hand if you bought more than one 3DS at $249. All right, so they basically added some freebies. So we got 20 free games, 10 NES games, 10 Game Boy Advance games, and the selection's been very good. Right? I mean,
It's free.
it's tough.
So
to
the first
complain.
thing, yeah, it's free. So I mean that doesn't hurt. But I mean, Super Mario Kart, awesome. WarioWare,
Minimize?
Hang them up.
He's already hung up. Oh, he's not hung up. Whoop. I thought he hung up.
once again,
Sorry.
just cutting into that dirt portion again. F-Zero, Metroid, and Yoshi's Island's my favorite.
Yeah.
Yoshi's Island, I can't wait.
Yoshi's Island is good, and also too they'll be fully updatable to the multiplayer versions of these games as well when they come out.
Really?
Ooh, Metroid
Yeah.
I didn't
version.
know that.
Yep, fully updatable, which is great.
That's
But the real story here is I mean that's part of the story, but also too we've got the new is it the Slide Pad Pro or the Circle Pad
It
Pro?
is the Circle Pad Pro.
The Circle Pad Pro accessory that is coming out in North America, distributing exclusively through GameStop. Which I think is
This is just
that is like the most ridiculous thing ever, that they're just going to exclusively distribute through GameStop.
This is just I don't even.
Wait, Nintendo literally made this deal with GameStop?
Yep.
Yes.
Wow. Wait, is this Circle Pad? I just looked at it. The Circle Pad kind of looks like... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it's just an external right there.
Yeah.
Never
Yep.
mind. From it there, it went to a behind view. I'm like, please don't tell me they're going to try and do what the Vita's doing.
No, we'll have the Circle Pad. Will have the extension towards the right of the ABYX buttons.
Yep.
It's going to lay flat with the 3DS, and it's going to run on another battery.
Well, it's a AAA battery that lasts like over 100 hours.
It's supposed to last 480 hours.
Which is, I mean...
That's it. That's impressive.
Yeah, I mean,
Clock that?
well-
Should we clock it?
I mean,
Well, I think we might have to do a battery test on that, folks.
480 hours on one AAA battery, apparently.
What do they do? They definitely would have hired Logitech for that. I would have hired Logitech for that.
It'll be coming out on February 7th, and it's supposed to also include another trigger.
Oh yeah, it's including extra buttons, different triggers for the analog, not the analog, the bumpers.
Yeah,
Your shoulder buttons.
They essentially made this for Resident Evil,
Yeah,
which I don't know if anyone will buy.
it's
I'd
the one
buy it
game.
if I had a 3DS, which I don't.
I mean, will you buy Resident Evil for $50+?
Which Resident Evil?
Will you?
Is it like a new Resident Evil?
Yes.
Yes. Mercenaries.
No. Revelations.
Revelations. Sorry,
Maybe.
Mercenaries was
Depends
the
on
one
what
that
it's
came out.
about, and depends on if it has anything to do with 4 or 5, because otherwise I will destroy that game. Maybe not related to 4, but if it's related to 5, I will still destroy it.
I mean, another one that I guess some people would be getting this for is Metal Gear Solid 3.
Oh yeah. Well,
But I mean, other than that, do you need it? It's $20.
I don't know.
I don't
It's
know.
tough. It's a tough call.
I'll probably pick one up.
Yeah,
To be
you just
honest.
pick one up anyway. Why not?
I'll probably
right?
pick one up. Yeah.
Or maybe two.
One question that I have though is that will they? I've only seen them in black. I don't. If they don't come in blue or red or anything like that, just gonna look so derp. Like I'm just gonna have a really nice blue 3DS and then this like black plastic thing sticking out the side of it. Like,
Oh, it is a complete eyesore.
I mean, it
Like,
looks terrible.
it's-
Yeah.
I don't understand what they were thinking when they did this.
They were thinking, hey, let's make this handheld and then let's make an attachment for it for $20. It worked so well with the Wii. Why don't we just keep making attachments? I mean,
Alright.
that's my thought. That they just knew all along that they were going to do this, but I don't know.
All right, so let's move on to the next topic on the list, which is the SOPA bill being delayed, which is good news for everybody.
It's
right?
good news for everybody but big business.
Well, it's good news for everybody except for everybody outside the United States.
Well, not
well-
important to us.
That's probably a better idea.
Well, we were gonna put the any sort of the images so that we could pop them up on the screen, so that we could follow along with the show notes and show people the links.
Okay.
So if you want to do that would be great.
Well, should I just go to the rundown?
Yep, just go to the rundown and
Okay,
and pick
cool.
up the links. So this we actually I was reading an article on Wired in their threat level blog.
About SOPA?
Yeah, about SOPA,
Mhm.
and I'm happy that they're delaying it. I just feel like they're trying to jump into this way too quickly.
I
Like, it's-
wouldn't really want them to really. What?
That's,
Why did?
that's whoa boy.
No. Why? I told you to copy, stupid computer.
This is why this is a beta episode of the new show format.
Yeah.
So I mean, essentially, the House is like, let's get in it. Let's do this. Everybody's for it, except for like a core group of people that are saying, hang on, let's get some experts on the board here. Let's see what they think. Is this really going to mess up with DNS? And is this really going to be good for information security? Because essentially what the SOPA Act will do is basically break any sort of security between DNS servers and their respective websites, which is that's a severe problem. I mean, technically, I'm a web admin, and if we were hosting content that would be considered infringing of copyright, my domain that I legally own would be seized from me and redirected.
Mm-hmm. To
Who knows what?
a government site.
To a government shutdown
We just
page.
see a bald eagle on it, and that's it.
This website was suspected of terrorism.
Yeah, I mean,
Terrorism is bad.
don't quote us on the first part.
Terrorism is bad.
Yes.
Yeah,
the
terrorism is
second part,
bad.
yeah, we'll go with that one.
Just
but-
a Gen Game bringing you a public service announcement.
But more or less, I mean, I think SOPA is something like SOPA is necessary to shut down like the illegal stream websites. Like you go onto Justin TV or whatnot, and you see like those like
the few people
those
that are
few
just.
few people that are like pirating like the NFL channels and
I thank you, but unfortunately, I personally thank you, but unfortunately, you should be arrested.
yeah, I honestly think there's a place in hell reserved
What
for
about
you.
the people who directly, when we did the E3 coverage?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, well, actually, believe it or not, most of them got shut down.
yeah, they did.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
Towley, one of the biggest streamers on Twitch TV, got his account suspended for doing it.
Yeah, which you deserved. So, thank you.
No bad blood between casters, folks.
Thank
But,
you, FCC.
Thank you, FCC. That's the only time you'll hear that from me. That's
Yep,
it.
that is the only time you'll ever hear that from me.
Yeah, I don't know. The FCC has made me scratch my head more than one time.
Because they're confusing.
Confusing is probably just the tip of the iceberg.
It is.
I mean, Family Guy did a nice job of explaining the FCC pretty well.
I know all about the FCC, and that's all we're gonna say because
Yeah.
the FCC will shut us down.
Yep, that's basically it.
Alrighty. So if we got any other comments on SOPA?
I mean,
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much.
They need to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah.
I don't want it to. I mean, I guess because it's kind of internet security, but I still don't want it to like get passed because I still feel like it'd be bad even after they brush it up.
Well, they got to cut about 40 pages off of it. Like the 72-page bill or something. It's growing by the day. It is nuts.
I don't see them ever cutting it down. I just feel like it's going.
They're
going to
keep adding more. It's like, okay, so the SOPA bill.
No, because they're not going to cut it because they're just going to make more pages negating all the previous pages.
So true. It's like our government is just so broken when it comes to making laws. Like they could summarize.
We need to patch the government.
we need to apply patch 1.4 now.
Yeah.
In what revision do they fix this issue where the bills keep getting bigger?
Patch notes.
X bug.
Patch notes.
FCC patch notes. Anyways.
The FCC patch notes.
We just applied video games to the government.
Yeah. We're going to switch over to the Vita and its launch in Japan this weekend.
Yeah, so the PlayStation Vita launched in Japan this past weekend. I don't know. Are these numbers good or bad?
It sold half on the first day.
It sold half.
Sold less than first half on the first 2 days. Which
less than half. We should make that clear. 321,000 of the 700,000 shipped out to Japanese retailers.
I don't know what to think of these numbers. They're lower than our 3DS numbers. Our 3DS numbers. I'm just saying that because I'm an owner. But
you bought 2 of them.
I bought 3. On launch day, I bought 3. But anyways, the 3DS sold 380,000 copies on its launch day, not 2 days, because it's Nintendo and it's a Sunday thing.
Yeah.
But 380,000 to the.
And they're awesome.
Yeah, to the Vita's 321. I mean.
Well, that's only one region.
Yeah,
definitely smaller in terms of size.
Okay.
I mean, it's not like they're selling into North America where they've got so many more people.
Well, do you think it's a sign of things to come, so that when it's sold to America, maybe same kind of thing as the 3DS?
What's also good is, I mean, yeah, I feel like because they always usually release things in Japan first. Anyway, the numbers aren't going to always add up, especially in this case with the firmware. There's a problem with the firmware, so they're fixing it before the February 22nd release here.
Yeah, well, I feel like it's kind of a cop-out that they rushed it out so quickly, and it's got problems already.
I mean, it sounds like a few other things that have been released recently.
Like the iPhone, when it was first released, it had a lot of bugs.
Yeah,
I mean,
well...
The fact of the matter is...
Then again, the iPhone didn't really have anything before it. I mean, Sony had the PSP. I mean, seriously.
It's building off of something. It's supposed to...
Seriously, like, what was the problem with just revamping the XMB? Oh, wait, no, never mind. The XMB sucked. That's why. It still sucks to this day.
As for the price, how long does 250 stand?
2 weeks.
Right? Didn't they learn?
I think that if Sony is smart, that they are going to drop the price of the Vita almost immediately after launch.
You have a launch handheld console, and same thing as the 3DS.
How long did it take?
Not that many games.
For how long did it take the 3DS?
Not even 6 months.
It was not. Yeah, it was not even. It's not even 5 months.
Yeah.
I don't even.
Yeah, I remember
3 months.
reading up on that when
when
we posted it.
Yeah.
I was like, "Whoa, already?"
Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, I really think that Sony should rethink their strategy. Just lop $50 off the top, sell for $199, and the thing will sell like gangbusters.
You think so?
I think so.
Maybe.
I mean, it's going to be a tough sell because you're right in the bounce back season.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of people are buying at that time.
And the handheld's starting to die slowly.
Yeah,
as much as I like it not to, it is.
Yeah, I mean, Apple's basically taken over the portable gaming market, which is kind of a sad reality.
So, I mean, we'll see. I guess time will tell. It was in Japan. The numbers aren't the same as they're going to be here.
Right.
So,
of course.
So we'll have some time to think about that.
So we'll move right along to our next story on the list here, which is our discussion on Mario Kart 7. Which is I'm skipping ahead here. Brad's already ahead to the
I just have all of these links open right now.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
He's already ahead, ready for us to take care of the hit list. was gonna say, like, where's my titles? They are missing. So George, you picked up Mario Kart 7, right?
I did pick up Mario Kart 7.
Have you completed every last bit of Mario Kart 7?
I have not yet. No, I haven't had a chance yet. But from what I have played, it's excellent. I mean, I would put it right up there with Double Dash and 64. It's that good.
Yeah, I honestly think that Mario Kart 7 is probably the definitive Mario Kart experience.
I would agree. Between the custom ability, is that a word? No,
Customization.
Ability to customize whatever you want on the cart. Using, there you go.
Yeah, you got the gyro controls.
Being able to gyro control, yes.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna just load up Mario Kart 7 here and play a race here while we do the show.
I haven't had one problem with it. I love the items. I love
I like that
non-items, like the upside down question mark.
Yeah, I love that they got rid of that.
Yeah,
I'm so glad that they got rid of it. It was about time that they put that item out to pasture. Because it wasn't fooling anybody.
And it wasn't fooling anyone. It was just in the way. Like, you could have put a brick wall there. It would have been the same thing. I would have saw it.
I hope so.
You could have put a bright red shell there. You could have put, like... unless you were really good with them.
Do you like the coins in Mario Kart 7?
I like the coins because it's like gives you something else to do while you're racing.
Yeah.
Actually, that used to be in Super Mario Kart.
Super Mario
Yeah.
Kart.
Yeah,
right.
I don't know why they even took that out to begin with sometimes. I mean,
because they wanted to focus more on the core racing experience and the items, and the coins were like, oh, well, you got coins. What did the coins do?
Yeah, if you ever read it, 20 coins, they always gave you an acceleration boost.
Yeah.
You would go faster. So it's like, yeah!
That's
speed!
That's exactly what it was like.
Punch it, Chewie!
But and on top of it, on top of the actual gameplay itself, the fact that we have our own network, and the fact that you can make your own network.
Yeah,
on Mario Kart 7
we actually have our own here. If you want to bring it up real quick, Brad, it's GenGame.net/MK.
Okay, wait.
Throw a little curveball at you. I'll get that on the screen for you guys.
Let that load.
There it is.
Boom.
And we got our little community code on there, and
They did a lot better with Wi-Fi in the next handheld they did. I must give them credit. I mean, you still need stupid codes, but...
It's the first, to be honest, it's the first real Nintendo online experience. Real, as in not Brawl.
GoldenEye did a decent... GoldenEye and Conduit. The Conduit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But those were,
this is like a real community.
Wasn't that an Activision title, though?
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't a Nintendo title.
Right.
No, it wasn't. And Conduit wasn't either, but it still brought some sort of actual, like, multiplayer experience that was kind of like
not
the
terrible.
other two systems.
Yeah.
But not really.
They tried.
Yep. Well,
but Mario Kart 7, I feel like, really actually did it.
It's, in my opinion, it's a must-have game for the 3DS. If you have a 3DS and you don't have Mario Kart 7,
what are you doing?
Buy it.
What are you
doing?
What
Stop
else
watching this. Get in your car. Go to the closest game store that's open and buy it now.
And don't listen to what Game Informer says that it's the same game as every other Mario Kart game because they don't know.
Honestly,
anything.
I've lost a lot of respect for a lot of gaming
You can
publications.
drive underwater. You can drive underwater. You can fly. I'm sorry, but I've never seen that in Mario Kart before. Never.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, I mean, some levels, but it was like, not really.
Not really, yeah. You can modify all your tires. You can modify your...
Yeah, there's a lot of customization available.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go through all the permutations...
That's awesome.
Characters, cart body, cart wheels, and then your glider type.
Yeah.
You have probably...
endless combinations.
Well, not endless, but... You have
Nothing's
pretty much endless, yeah.
I was about to say
More
nothing's
than
ever
20.
endless, but then I looked back at Little Big Planet. I'm like, wait, the combinations for that are endless.
I mean...
Don't even get me started with that. It's ridiculous.
All right, folks, we're going to take a quick break here. Thank you for watching the cast. The cast this week is brought to you by mcpub.org, the official GenGame.net Minecraft server. If you're looking for a good Minecraft server to play on, go ahead and give it a check it out. It's mcpub.org. You can go to the website, check out. Yeah, why not? Why not?
Writing that novel?
Yeah, right.
How's that novel going for you? Little epilogue? But anyways.
But yeah, we definitely want to check out the Minecraft servers, the official server of GenGame.net, and we occasionally are on there. They're experiencing a little bit of downtime right now. They're transitioning to a new server, so bear with them. They'll be up very soon. What was that, Brad?
I'm sorry, I'm smelling the cologne I put on myself today.
It's great.
Of course.
Right during the ad read, too, right?
Fantastic.
Alrighty, it's time to get into the discussion everybody has been waiting for, which is, of course, the Game of the Year discussion.
Dun, dun, dun,
I wish I had an explosive graphic for this, but unfortunately, guys, I don't. Can we get an explosion on your screen, Brad? No, I'm just kidding.
I was going to go and find a YouTube video.
Yeah. All right, so we've got a couple categories here, folks, and a few more that.
We should leave Game of the Year for last.
Yeah, we'll reveal that
really?
anyway. You know, we're gonna talk about most anticipated first, and you're gonna be allowed to pick. You're gonna be allowed to pick your most anticipated game.
I really haven't looked at the games that are coming out right
Oh,
now.
you get.
Oh,
There's
you
a
have
lot.
to know.
There's a lot. I mean, you should have an idea. I mean, you got BioShock Infinite.
That one.
Well,
That
I just gave Brad his.
You got Halo 4.
Nope. I'm not Kevin.
You have any trilogy, any third game that you'd like, basically. But none of those are mine. I'll wait. I'll wait until
All right,
Brad explains his.
So, Brad, do you have any idea of what yours is?
I'm going to have to go with BioShock Infinite.
All right. Well, it's not a bad title to go with.
It looks epic.
Yeah, it does look pretty epic. I mean, I don't know. I to be honest, they could have called it anything but BioShock, because I feel like it doesn't belong. It's
Why?
like,
Because it's in the sky?
yes.
Come on, Trevor. You can't just keep everything in the water. Plus, Old Rapture was destroyed, so...
Well, I mean...
Spoiler for anyone who didn't play BioShock 2 when it was released
Well,
like
isn't
a
it
year
in the
ago.
past? Isn't the game taking place in the past?
I didn't really look up on those specs. I didn't know if they released storyline ideas.
I thought that BioShock Infinite was taking place in the past.
Well, regardless, it's still in the sky. Maybe it crash landed.
What are we going to be like all
Play the
Skyward
game and
Sword?
find out, Trevor.
All right, well...
Don't be judgmental.
Well, I'm going to go and just be very definitive on my most anticipated title, and it's going to be Halo 4.
Who are you,
Right there.
Kevin?
Putting it right down right there.
Who are you, Kevin?
Yeah.
You're Kevin?
Well, no. I own Kevin's HaloDungeon.net, though.
I am the sole proprietor of this curious stand.
I got my copy of Halo Anniversary
See,
Edition.
I'd get
I'm
that.
stoked about it.
I'd get that.
I love the Halo series. I just don't. What I really don't like about it is I don't like the fact that it says 343 on the front and not Bungie. Because it really should. It should say Bungie on it. And there's some extra little names on the back here that I've never really heard of. Certain Affinity, Saber Interactive.
Okay, don't care anymore.
Yeah, no.
All right, so George, do you got an idea?
Just drops
I mean, for my most anticipated, I have a few. I'll say
one.
I'll say my final at the end, but like I said, Mass Effect 3, Halo 4, Metal Gear, all really nice.
Metal Gear.
But Max Payne 3, even like I was
Yeah.
saying, with all the threes, there are a ton of them.
It's the year of the 3 again.
I'm gonna say even Luigi's Mansion 2. That was one of my most. Yeah, when
I don't have a 3DS.
when they
though,
mentioned
but
that at
still.
E3, I was very excited.
I was gonna say Kid Icarus Uprising, and you know what? I've seen a lot of it, and you know what? I feel like I've seen enough to be.
You've played the game already.
I think it's gonna be a really good game. I want to get it, but I just don't know if it's my most anticipated title. I mean, Halo's got a huge brand behind it. It's got a lot of hype behind it. It's got to be a good game. Otherwise, it's a complete
Look
failure.
at ODST though.
No, ODST
Well,
was a good game.
ODST was a side story. I mean, it was a companion
that's true.
story.
Wait.
It wasn't meant to be a full game.
But I'm pretty sure people were expecting a lot more from it.
Oh yeah, because they released it at $60.
Are we getting to my most anticipated game, which
Yeah.
was not yet said?
Let's go ahead and get your most anticipated game, George.
No,
It
it's
is-
not.
Alan Wake's American Nightmare.
Oh,
Ooh.
look at that! Pulling out Alan Wake.
I absolutely love Alan Wake,
The first one was actually pretty good.
and it's one of my favorite games of all time. So it might be a little bit biased, but I'm extremely excited for the new Alan Wake, which will be only digital, by the way.
Really?
Yes,
There's no disc release for
it'll be digital download.
Wow.
So
But I mean, that's going to be a full, at least 20 hours of gameplay. That's
Yes.
going to be a full game.
yes, it'll be a full game. It's just digital.
Wow.
Almost certain that's all. But yeah, that's my most anticipated game of 2012. Yeah.
All right, folks. Let's
CDs
go ahead
are
and
becoming obsolete.
let's go ahead and move into the next portion of this list here. We're gonna go and reveal our. Well, this isn't really gonna be much of a challenge here, but our game of the year for indie games
is.
Well, let's see here. It starts with M and ends in Minecraft.
No, it starts with T and ends with A.
There you go. There's where you have the mix-up. Don't even ask me. My answer is the same as Trevor's. It's Minecraft, if you couldn't tell.
And I'm just going off the mirror image of what you guys are saying.
The 2D image of Minecraft.
Of course, naturally, you got to go with the complete rip-off of Minecraft.
Yep.
Whoa, it's a complete rip-off.
Okay, I'll take that back. It wasn't a complete rip-off. Heavily inspired.
Yeah, and yet they still plugged the game and it sold. So
Notch is a good guy.
Yeah, Notch is a good guy.
Which means Notch knows that the game's not completely ripped off from him.
I mean, heavily borrowed.
Yeah.
Heavily borrowed, ripped off.
I mean,
ripped
would
off
say,
just means you're doing better than the person who came up with the idea.
Well, I wouldn't say ripped off then. I would say heavily borrowed and doing okay. In comparison to Minecraft, which is an absolute gangbusters
It's just because
success.
Minecraft came out first.
Well,
No,
it's first.
It's not like Terraria was already in the making, like about to come out, and then Minecraft just shot him in the foot.
Obviously, Terraria took the idea from Minecraft.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
Right.
I know that already. I'm just saying, if Terraria came out first and then Minecraft came out, there might have been a bit more of a disparity. I don't know.
all right, let's move on to our 3DS pick of the year, and this one shouldn't come as a surprise either.
No, that one I can agree on.
That one's gonna be Super Mario 3D Land.
Yeah.
And I think everybody universally accepted that this is probably the first real good game that came out. Then Mario Kart 7
Objection.
came out.
I was just gonna make a joke about Star Fox 64.
Can't let you do that, Star Fox.
Can't let you do that, Mario.
Yeah, but Star Fox 64 in comparison to Mario 3D Land.
Mario 3D
no
Land.
contest.
Mario 3D Land definitely took advantage of the 3DS. I feel a bit more.
I mean, while Star Fox 64, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time 3D, both very good games.
Mario
Three
7.
hashes. They were just
I felt the nod definitely deserved to go to an original game.
Yeah, no, I'm completely agreeing with you. I was just making a joke
An original
before.
game with some nostalgia factor in it, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, and PETA trying to ban the game.
Oh yeah.
If anyone remembers,
Nuki School 2D.
I want my skin back.
That was such a creepy game.
You even got your special worlds at the end if you didn't know. If you somehow missed that spoiler. Pretty awesome.
Yep. Alrighty. So what do we want to do next? Wii, Xbox 360, PC, or PS3? What do we want to do?
I think someone needs a band hammer.
What happened?
Yeah, we can get rid of him.
Anyway,
who cares?
okay, going on.
I feel like we should do Xbox 360.
Gears.
Gears?
Okay.
Gears, yes. I mean,
Makes it pretty simple there.
Gears.
pretty standard. Okay. I mean, we could do the Wii. I mean,
Yeah,
I don't think. It would be much
I
of a-
think the game of the year choices here this year were very obvious as to what they should have been.
The funny thing would be is like if they don't make it. Like it comes out and then they just pick some really bad Wii game and then they pick Just Dance for like 360. I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I can't stand Ubisoft. They have literally they pulled a Guitar Hero. They've completely whored out one of their series. Entirely.
I'd believe it.
Well, they did.
I
In a span of 3 years, they have absolutely murdered the Just Dance brand.
Yep.
I played that one time at a convention, dressed in costume. It's very hard when the Kinect tries to get a flowing jacket in the camera.
That's why you have to get a Kinect
But then
too.
people were wondering why Dante was dancing so well to Lady Gaga, and so it was kind of funny.
So basically, okay. So we want to do Xbox 360, Gears of War 3. Obviously,
Yeah.
no contest.
No contest there.
for just an original game,
Yeah.
just on Xbox. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So PS3. Well, it's another 3.
And
It stars a very charismatic character,
Drake.
Yeah, I was going
Drake's
to say
just
Drake
Mr.
from
Uncharted
Inception.
3.
Mr. Nathan Drake, in Uncharted 3 takes the nod for the PlayStation 3 Game of the Year.
You will be locked out of many doors, and you will be hanging on many cliffs. and it's still awesome.
And
Yep,
you'll be
it's still-
hunting for more treasure.
Yeah, that's basically.
That's Uncharted. I mean, they have a formula that works. It's very action oriented and very
Isn't
flashy.
Naughty Dog? Isn't
So-
Naughty Dog the one who made it?
Yeah.
People who made you Crash Bandicoot, which was also a very nostalgic
Yeah.
game, by the way, made you this game.
Now, to be honest, it was actually a lot closer, in my opinion, than what people would think. And people would say, "Oh, PS3, Uncharted 3," but Infamous 2 was a fantastic.
Infamous 2 was
game.
good, but
But I feel like Uncharted still might get.
I don't think it was good. The open world nature of that game, it felt kind of, I don't know, it didn't have any meat to it.
I suppose. I mean, it's just like any other open world game like that.
I mean, you really got. I mean, GTA was like the ultimate
Well, yeah.
sandbox, and then like everybody's been trying to pull that off ever since GTA came
Prototype
out.
and Infamous and
Saints
Spider-Man
Row.
after and
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, Saints Row, yeah. Which I haven't gotten to play Saints Row the Third yet. but
Apparently,
that's
Saints
okay.
Row the Third is a good open sandbox game, though.
Yeah. And of course, we're gonna show it to you because okay. Thank
Because
you,
Trevor
Trevor.
has to, wave his big E penis
Yep.
everywhere.
I got the biggest DP in the room.
It's like
His
his gamer score is
E-weens are
beyond-
yar.
his gamer score is over 30K. Like really,
It's over 30,000.
it's over 900,000.
Alrighty. So I'm actually gonna. We have a couple others here that actually aren't on the sheet here.
Yeah.
But best co-op multiplayer, and that one's going to Portal 2.
What about Little Big Planet 2?
No.
Nah, doesn't hold a
Not
candle.
over Portal 2.
Uh,
We're not duplicating titles on this list, by the way. So if you've heard a game so far where you're like, "Oh, well that one should have won both." We're not doing that.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I'd have to choose. I love Portal 2's co-op as well, but I also thought there was a lot of teamwork to be done in Little Big Planet on a lot of the levels. But
I just still think the combination of story and gameplay just really it meshed in Portal 2.
there was no story in Little Big Planet 2, but
yeah.
I did like Portal 2. But the thing is, I did it with my little brother, and my little brother and I are like telepaths, so we finished the co-op pretty easily.
Yeah.
Which was bad. Like, my friend went, "Oh my god, the co-op, it gets so difficult near the end." I'm like, and Christian and I literally plowed through it.
Alrighty. Now the other side of the multiplayer coin for best competitive multiplayer, and I think the community has spoken on this one.
It's Madden 12. Yes, I know.
Wait, what game? I wasn't even paying attention. We said sports oriented.
Competitive
Competitive
multiplayer. Madden 12, like I was saying. No, I think that anyone
Anybody
that's
who's-
played an online game of recent,
I mean,
it's
we
Modern
got
Warfare 3.
COD.
Yeah.
You got COD, but you also have to sometimes look at the underground stuff. There's been a lot of videos popping up of Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom and Marvel vs. Capcom. You surprised as horrible as the game was. It's got really competitive multiplayer.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, we're talking about like balance from the ground up, and it's gonna have
Mostly
continual
balanced.
support.
Sentinel's still like rape-tacular.
Yeah.
But I mean, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I haven't gotten my hands on it yet. I plan to.
Yeah.
Because I really, really, really would love to play as Virgil. And, of course, they've got some other good... Of the 12 characters they added.
But as
Added
for
Ghost Rider.
It's gonna go to Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah.
For the,
I'll give it to Modern Warfare right now.
yeah,
I mean, they got the formula.
I mean,
It works.
the ultimate online experience,
Too casual.
and all your friends are playing it.
Too casual. But I'll do
Oh, that's
it.
why you play hardcore then.
Right? Yeah. No, it's not.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
mean,
thing.
seriously.
It's not casual if you don't want it to
There's
be, and
so
it is if
many-
you do. Yeah.
There's so many avenues in it, and this is why it won, because you have your casual playlist, you have your standard playlist, and then you have your hardcore playlist where you can really just, okay, I want to play with more bullet damage, I want to play with no radar, I want to play with no BS, and there you go. Well, I mean, there's still the BS baby monitors and
Please
portable
don't get me
radars.
started with baby monitors. Oh my
Yeah.
god, I hate those people.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
To our top game for the PC.
Oof.
And this one, I don't know. I was tearing my
Like,
hair out on this
Like,
one.
I can't see, like... I look at all, like, the games for PC, and most of them also...
Console games.
Are also console games nowadays.
Yeah, well, I mean, if there's one game that was superior, that was definitively better on the PC than on any console that it released on, it had to be Battlefield 3.
I
You really
agree.
think Battlefield 3 it was like a lot better running on there? I mean, I haven't done it on the
Absolutely.
PC.
Yeah.
More players.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, actually-
fantastic. All the Battlefield games are fantastic on PC.
to get the definitive Battlefield experience, you got to play on the PC, hands down.
Now, to be honest, for me, this one goes to Skyrim because it's just such a beautiful PC game. It's not really, to me, a console game, not 100%. And I don't like loading screens. I don't like waiting. You don't have that on the PC. You have that on the console. And I don't like that if you're an Xbox exclusive player, you don't have a PS3, and you get Elder Scrolls, you can't download it to your hard drive. If you do, it messes up the graphics, it slows down the game. It doesn't even do its job in speeding up the loading time. So
that's not good.
If I was to get Elder Scrolls, I've played it, but if I was to get it, PC.
If we're opinionating now, even though we're not going to duplicate things right now, but I'd pick Portal 2 is pretty decent on as a PC platform.
Yeah. Well, we give it the best co-op because it was good on every platform.
Yeah, but I mean, if I could put it in, I would probably also put it in PC.
Yeah. Oh, I picked it up for the Mac and.
Yeah.
Very good.
I picked up a used copy for the PS3 and forgot that I picked up a used copy, so I don't get the code. I don't get the code.
Boo him.
But
Boo
all
him now for
but
buying
all of my
used.
achievements still went to my Steam account.
Boo him for buying a used copy. That is like the worst thing you could do.
Anyways, now to get to the
granddaddy of them all,
the
big one. You probably
Wii.
could.
Did we even actually say the Wii, or did it just pretty much sell itself?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was Skyward Sword for people who'd have no brain.
Yeah, we did say the Wii, but yeah, Skyward Sword.
Yes.
Anyways, greatest of all.
For the Wii, there was really nothing else.
Yeah, there was nothing else.
You had Epic Mickey.
You had Epic Mickey and you had Kirby. That was
Kirby
it.
Return to Dreamland.
That's some lineup right there.
Well, you had
Nintendo.
two Nintendo titles, and then
garbage,
and then Disney.
Yeah, and that was basically it.
I mean, Epic Mickey. It was a good concept.
It was so easy. It was way too easy. I'm sorry. And I understand it's a game where you can't up the skill level and make it, but it was just. Yeah. I just felt ripped off.
It was epic looking, though.
But yeah, it was epic. It was an epic failure.
I like the concept of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it had a great concept.
But back to the best overall game, and not the Wii, because that's so definitive. Best overall game?
Yep, best overall game. Drum roll, please. Oh, God.
Ooh.
That was bad, Brad.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's why I didn't do that. But anyways,
you can smack me on that one later.
Yeah,
do we want to say it on
Not on
3?
live camera though.
All right, on 3. 1, 2, on you, George.
Batman, Arkham City. Seriously.
Wow.
Over Elder Scrolls. Yeah, spoiler alert. If you listened to my previous one where I said PC game is Elder Scrolls, that's because Batman Arkham City is game of the year overall.
Ooh, man, this is gonna be a tough one here.
Sorry, I didn't want to tell you guys beforehand, but I kind of wanted to.
Completely threw a wrench in this one. I was expecting this one to be really easy. Just go right down the list as advertised. Boom, done. On to the next topic.
Sorry.
But no, we're gonna have a discussion here on what we think is gonna be the game of the year. Now,
if we're not, let's drop the duplicating thing right now, because now we got 3 games on the table. If we drop not doubling up and double up. There's 3 games on the table now, apparently, because he threw a wrench into it. You've got Batman, Skyward Sword, and Skyrim now.
Well, I didn't throw a wrench in because I didn't duplicate. I'm just saying.
You didn't.
You weren't going by the list
There was a reason I didn't duplicate.
Listen, buddy, there's a list on this computer screen here.
The only thing that I've even heard of about Arkham City that's a little bit weak is that their bosses are too easy. Yeah, that's it. That's all I've heard.
Bosses were always easy in Zelda.
Yeah, well, actually, no. The bosses are a bit more innovative in Skyward Sword than they've ever been.
Maybe it's because they're so innovative, you know what to do, though.
Well,
problems.
When you go up against Servo, the first in the Ancient Cistern, I mean, that was such a crazy boss battle. Like you did, I when I first went up against him, I had an idea of I was gonna have to use the whip at some point. But the way you actually take him apart was so crazy. Like, you had to throw the whip, pull his arms off, and then you ended up using his swords against him to cut him to pieces, which was so awesome.
But does that make it the game of the year?
Well, that's one. That's one experience out of the entire game.
No, the soundtrack was brilliant, though. I've been watching people play it. I listened to the soundtrack, and I'm just like, this game It sounds so epic.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a Zelda game.
Yeah,
I
but
mean,
like this is the epic, and this is the most epic the music has really ever gotten, and it's all.
Oh yeah, there's so many tracks in here that are just so.
It's fully
gorgeously
orchestrated too, which is really nice.
But I mean, I could understand. I understand the Skyrim votes. I do. I get it.
All right. Well, Kevin was supposed to be in the podcast here, but we can get
complaining
Kevin
right
in
now.
here. We can get Kevin in here to give his 2 cents.
Do I have to go and call him?
Yes,
on
that
Skype?
means Brad needs to call him in and get him on the screen here.
I hate doing work. I hate
So-
this job.
So we're gonna get Kevin in here to get a 4th person here to make a decision on this because
He's gonna say Skyrim. I
I
already
know what he's gonna say. Yeah.
He's gonna say Skyrim. I'm just waiting for him to little.
all right. So as we wait for Kevin to get into the call
Kevin
here,
better answer. He better be listening right now. There you
all
go.
right, there we go. Kevin,
How's
welcome to
everybody
the show.
doing tonight?
Do we have video? Good.
I myself am doing fantastic. Thank you all for asking.
No one cares about you, Kevin. We only brought you in for a decision.
We're whoring you for your
This
information.
GenGAMEcast, hacked by Kevin O'Rourke.
All right, we're gonna get Kevin
Okay,
on
so
the screen.
the
here.
theme of this seems to be we're
Oh, so
debating
there's 4
something.
games. I put Battlefield 3 up there too.
Oh my god. Okay, this is when Brad stops talking.
And now I'm not.
Is not involved in the best game of the year. You can
I'm
put Portal
still-
2 in there if you want.
No, I'm not gonna put Portal 2 in there.
Not. Oh my gosh. Battlefield 3? No, put Modern Warfare 3 in. But anyways,
See, this is where George should stop talking.
no. We are debating your game of the year, Kevin.
Kevin, you can just turn on video.
We're actually debating Kevin O'Rourke's personal game of the year.
Yes.
We decide what his favorite game is this year.
I get to decide what the game of the year is.
You know
this
what?
year?
I know what it was. It was Halo. That's what Kevin's favorite game was this year.
Halo Anniversary Edition.
Halo Combat Evolved
Halo
Anniversary?
Combat Evolved, yes.
That would be quite a stretch.
Yeah, I think so.
I think it's fair to say that is quite a stretch.
Yeah, that is fair to say, yes.
Now, the way that you've all split it up, what is it? George said Batman?
Yes.
Come on.
Why is that such a come on?
There was a list on the screen. There was a list on that screen.
Yes. And then I
Oh,
think
yeah.
I think we can actually all agree here that the game that is listed in the spot right now deserves Game of the Year.
Okay, so do I have limitations on this at all?
You can do whatever you want, Kev.
I can do whatever I want.
We're gonna throw the
You can even-
So
we're
it doesn't
throwing
need
the
to be a
rules.
game from
We're
this
throwing all the rules out the window now, folks.
For Kevin.
For
all
Game
the
of the Year.
rules are out the window. Okay.
The
So we got
duplication rules
George with
out.
we got George with Batman. Brad went with. Did Brad go say Portal?
What's your vote?
I'm torn between like. I'm probably gonna have to go with Skyrim. I still feel I haven't touched any of the games except for Battlefield 3 that we had on the table.
Okay.
I haven't
All right,
touched.
you have to pick
And
a
I
side
actually
now.
knocked
have to pick a
Battlefield off the
side?
table.
You have to pick a side. So you have Batman. What do you have, Brad?
I've seen more Skyward Sword. I'm gonna go with Skyward Sword.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with it. I've seen more of it. I haven't really seen Skyrim. I've actually refused to see most of Skyrim until I get to play it.
Yeah. I mean, I saw a lot of Skyrim. I think Skyrim is a very good game. It just released with a lot of bugs, which made me pretty jaded.
You can cut off clipping and go all the way back to Morrowind.
Which I think is hilarious.
You can't do anything, but you can go back to Morrowind.
Wait, is it actually completely built and...
Yeah, I think so.
Wow. That's kind of silly.
I think they planned on that. I don't know.
Like, is there going to be like an expand, like a
Okay,
DLC?
Kevin doesn't
apparently
think
it's
so.
not fully constructed.
No.
No. Through mods, you could play Morrowind on the Oblivion game for the PC.
I know you can cut off clipping though in Skyrim, which I thought.
I haven't dabbled in the PC version,
Yeah.
but
Okay, so
I
he
have
doesn't
played
know.
the Xbox version, which, and Trevor says it's full of glitches. Balderdash.
Really?
Yeah, but we said the
Only
same
the
thing about
PS3
New
version.
Vegas. New
There
Vegas
are
run
so-
the worst on the 360.
There were some patches that needed to be done, but that was for the only glitch that I've encountered, which was an overly passive dragon, which was, he was different than all the other dragons, so, he didn't want to fight me.
Apparently,
so I
there was
kind of
one
just went on
time
my way.
someone would quick travel to this one city all the time, and every time he did, a dragon would spawn. So there's literally like 20 dragon carcasses outside the city now.
Well, they go away after a while.
Oh yeah, but when he went back, there were probably like 20 dead dragons.
Okay, but we're straying from what I need to, and
Yeah.
you know,
All
this
right,
is what
so
I need to
what
do.
is-
I need
what is
to
your
be
end
the
game?
tiebreaker. I want to hear what did Trevor say?
I'm gonna go with Skyrim. I
Are you?
think Skyrim it's the bigger game. It's got more to do. It is probably the biggest experience.
But we've learned that more to do never always is the best idea. I mean, with Bethesda, yes, but I mean, in general,
It's a big game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Bigger
The sad thing
better.
is, like, I don't know if I'd consider, like, because the thing with Bethesda games is they're never really the best when they come out. They're good like a year later. So I think we should institute a rule.
You missed the face.
We should institute a rule for Bethesda games where we don't count them for this year's game of the year. We count them for next year's game of the year.
So Trevor's considering Brink as a game of the year.
Oh.
candidate?
Oh God.
I mean, yeah. Who was it, right? Isn't that...
Now, what were the exact words that he said?
We should consider
What is it? That they're not the best when they come out?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
And to that, you say...
Balderdash.
I say Balderdash. Skyrim was a good game.
It is a good
still
game.
is.
I'm not knocking it, but it's not. It's going to get so much better when they patch it.
But it is patched.
Once.
You heard it first.
But it's a playable game.
I should hope so. It's supposed to be game of the year. Come on.
It is game of the year.
There you go.
It is
there
not.
you
There
have
is.
it.
We have it, folks. We have a winner.
That was the least epic way of saying it.
Yep,
So
that's exactly what I was going for. Because that's what it...
That's it.
There you have it, folks. Game of the year.
Elder Scrolls
The Elder
Skyrim.
Scrolls 5, Skyrim,
Game
not
of the year.
Minecraft.
You
Not
heard it here
Minecraft.
first.
Yeah, not Minecraft.
Not Scrolls.
As my little brother would
Not
say,
scrolls.
get a CAD program and you can play Minecraft. Ooh, that was that wire. Okay, sorry.
Game of the year.
That was-
Okay.
Can't
All
touch
right.
that wire.
So I think that wraps up the Game of the Year discussion,
yeah,
folks.
yeah.
All right, we've got a hit list now, folks, and this is these are some short little digestible bits of news content ish stuff. So we'll start we're gonna when we launch this segment proper, we're gonna have like a graphic that's gonna be like the hit list. Poof.
Hit
Like
list. Boom.
like somebody
Starring
getting punched in the
Kevin
face.
Kids on
O'Rourke.
the street, kids on the beat kids. Beat kids. Has anyone ever seen Wonder Chosen?
No.
Nope,
Wonder Chosen.
So,
nobody.
as for the quick topics,
All right, let's go ahead and jump into it. LA Noire just got an update, increasing the rendering performance and introduces a new single-thread render option, which allows people with specific setups, they didn't say what setups, to play the game better.
Because they're better than you.
I mean, they needed to do it. It happened, and
Yep,
hopefully it's
moving
better.
on.
Yeah, it's really
It's a patch.
Yep.
It's news, though.
it is news.
Yes, because, I mean, LA Noire, the PC version didn't launch without its set of hiccups.
Oh, it was terrible. I got it on PS3, thankfully. It's perfectly fine.
Yeah. I found it in the bargain bin the other day.
Really?
Yeah, for like $15.
Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like a jerk.
It's a shame.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, no. The reason why it landed there is because they did the Game of the Year edition, which is now $40, I believe.
Oh, okay.
They did called it the complete
edition.
Right.
Right.
Complete.
Yeah.
That has all the DLC.
Something.
Something complete. We are going to be sued by Fox.
One of these
Probably
days.
just by Seth MacFarlane.
He's watching.
Probably.
Of course.
Apparently, my Punch It Chewy quote got quote of the day. So that's some hit list news there.
As for
Good
other small things to small noteworthy things, judge dismisses the other OS class action lawsuit against Sony, winning for the smaller guys out there.
That's actually a win for Sony.
What? No.
Somebody didn't read the article.
What? No.
Yes.
No.
The judge dismissed the other OS lawsuit that
Was
the,
it
that the
against
small
Sony?
guys were waging against
Oh, I'm sorry. I said it backwards. I'm sorry. It's yeah. I'm sorry.
Epic fail.
Yes.
George
Never mind.
might
That's
as well be talking
completely.
to French.
Yeah, that's completely wrong. I'm sorry.
Are you speaking another language?
I'll let Trevor pick it up now. Even though I just completely said that backwards.
All right, so in the real story
There we
here, The real story that happened here was a judge dismissed the lawsuit that the little guys were holding up against Sony for the other OS option. Now, they were arguing that removing the other OS option was removing value of something that they should have that they should remain to have through further system updates. The judge ruled that, well, you can either keep it and keep your system at that service pack, or you can update and access the PSN and lose that. Your choice. Case dismissed.
Right.
Do
Okay.
with it what you will.
Yep, that's what he pretty much said. There's no lawsuit here. So in other news here, we get the Humble Bundle 4 now
Humble Bundle.
with more.
Oh my god, it's got so many awesome games in it. I have like 3 of them already though.
I know Brad's happy about Super Meat Boy.
I already have that game though.
Can you,
I know, but
can you
he's
just like
there.
buy it, and if you're gonna get the bundle, you can just gift me Super Meat Boy. I haven't bought it yet.
Okay. And I'll gift you gratuitous space battles as well.
Nice. But
I get
the
to keep everything else.
the Humble Bundle 4 is now featuring 5 additional games from the third Humble Bundle pack. If you donate more than $5.16 as of this recording, you get them all, and any future ones added to this bundle. There's still a lot of time left on this bundle, so the link to that will definitely be in the show notes.
And it's for charity, obviously.
Yes.
You didn't, yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know
of
how
course.
I feel about these
I already
bundles.
got the other
These
one.
bundles.
I already got the other one.
Too often, in my opinion.
Well, the Humble Bundle's like, there's no downtime for the Humble Bundle.
No, it's boom.
In fact,
Here's
as
your
of now,
bundle.
you have 6 days,
Give us
18
money.
hours, 41 minutes, and 27 seconds to download it.
And when this show goes up on YouTube, it'll be 4 days.
There you go.
Alrighty, and now to the final topic on the list. Brad, we got to get this video up on the screen if we can.
Okay.
If we can get this on the screen,
Bye,
this would be
Kevin.
really appreciated. Well, you can leave Kevin up.
I know.
It was
he's
nice
good.
being here, guys.
Well, now you're not on the screen
it's
anymore.
no, to the left of there.
It was fun while it lasted.
No, the left.
To be honest,
Your
it's a little
left, left.
overrated.
There you go, right there.
There we go.
Okay.
Well, here's the picture
You
of
gotta,
it
you gotta
first.
you go down, scroll down.
I know. Here's a picture of it, and that's awesome.
No, we don't want to give it
We
away.
don't
The
want the
full
picture.
screen.
We want
Just-
the.
Perfect. Keep it like that for 1
There
second.
we go. Right there. Boom. Here we go.
Oh,
This is
dear.
probably the coolest thing ever.
If you haven't played Angry Birds, do it, and if you had, enjoy.
Now, for those of you listening to the audio here, this is a light show that has it's set up as a live Angry Birds playable level here, complete with pigs and breakable objects. All right, this is hilarious. You get that little
And it
slingshot.
comes complete with Angry Neighbors. The name of it should be Angry Neighbors instead of Angry Birds.
And it has a scoreboard too, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I would hate to be in this neighborhood.
It's an epileptic seizure waiting to happen.
At the same time, I would really want to play with that crazy contraption that guy uses.
It kind of looks like a marshmallow shooter.
It looks like some kind of plumbing tool. It does.
And there we go.
Guy beats the level. Right? Third?
He's got one more moving. Got
We
him.
got him.
Got him.
Oh, and one more. There it goes.
Boy, oh boy. This guy bought out
There it
home
goes.
stuff.
And that's
There's your.
our wrap up of the hit list, folks. So that just about does it for the show. That's it. We've been here for quite a while. This is a lot longer than we anticipated. The new format of awesomeness. Kevin, where can people find you online as you join the show late?
Find me at _Hawkeye on Twitter. You can find me on YouTube, Hawkeye9901, and as always, you can send me an email at kevin@gengame.net.
Alrighty, Brad.
What's up?
Where can people find you online? Actually, they can't. Never mind. Moving on to George.
They can't find you online.
I am unfindable online. I actually have my own digital portfolio, so yeah.
All right. Well, if you want to go ahead and plug that, go for it.
That's students.oneonta.edu/VANDBW33. That's my digital portfolio. If anyone wants to see what I've been doing there. Aside from that, you can find me on YouTube at Boko Gear. Everything pretty much you can just put with the / after the Twitter. That's where you can find me online. Except for my Gmail.
Alrighty.
If you'd like
George.
if you'd like to find me online,
If you ever want to find George online,
we should be asking, why do we want to find George online?
we should be asking that. But if you actually
Okay,
wanted to, for some reason,
Then let's just skip him.
you could just you could find me at twitter.com/George Picard, my name. You can find me. Let's see where else. You can find me on Xbox, Gold and Green 631. Everyone hates that name, but that is my name.
The camel case you have going on there is
Yes.
just absolutely absurd.
Needs to happen. You can find me on Madden.
It's just like that. It's like
Good luck. You can find me on YouTube with the same name. You can find me on Facebook. Good luck. But if you do, that'd be kind of creepy. You can always email me at george@gengame.net.
There you go.
Basically.
All right. And, of course, you can find me online, twitter.com/themags. I do lots of live streams here on Gen Game 2, which is actually where we were recording this show live, and over at the twitch.tv/Zelda Dungeon page. You can also find me writing posts all the time over at, the little site, gengame.net.
Let's not forget Benny.
Don't worry. We got it. We wrap it up at the end. Okay. Don't worry. We wrap up. We put a nice bow on it, and then we deliver it.
Okay.
Don't worry, Brad. I got
no one cares about you, Trevor.
I got this under control, man. I'm
All
a
right.
host. I do this thing.
He's pretty good at it.
I'm pretty good at this.
I thought it was finished. That was
no. Well, we wrap up. Then we thank the people who were here. So we'd like to give a big thanks to Benny Gerard, who joined us earlier in the show, and you can find him online on twitter.com/NightPhoenix16. And geez, are you like smelling cologne again over there? Like, what is the deal? What is the deal with you two?
Do you want to smell my cologne?
Is it good?
Yeah.
Perhaps later.
It's all right.
It's not bad.
Not bad, not bad. Now that we've completely derailed this conversation, we're going to wrap up for tonight. We hope you guys enjoyed the rebirth of the GenGAMEcast. And we hope you'll join us next time and join us live when we record the show. Of course, we'll probably be a little bit less secretive about it next time. But we'll see you next time for the GenGAMEcast. Say bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Happy holidays.